From Las Vegas, Sandy Kastel and friends.
Now, let's bring on the host. Here is Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael.
Oh, what are you doing?
Huh?
What the hell's going on today?
What do you mean, what's going on?
How do you feel?
Where are you?
Where am I at in the studio? Where are you?
On my way.
Jesus, God, if I was late, I'll never hear the friggin' end of it. Well, today's a big day. It's a big day. Today is the 16th. And today is the official day at Sandy Kastel's birthday. How, Birdie?
That's right.
Oh, my God. That's wonderful. You know, last night Sandy and I went out and we went to the Hard Rock Cafe.
No, the hotel and casino.
Well, yeah, the hotel. Well, the Hard Rock, yeah, it's on Paradise.
Well, but it is different, yeah.
And I got to tell you, that place was gorgeous in there. We went for dinner. Dr. Perry and Diana took us out for dinner. It was about $900. You know, it's amazing. You go out for dinner, and then they put the steak in the dish, and I start laughing because, you know, when you're Italian, you know, you go to somebody, the Italian person's house, they fill your plate up. I mean, you look at it like it looks like a family for 12. They we split the filet mignon. So Sandy said, let's go halfies. And what we do is we split the meal, you know, because you don't want to get too full. But the steak was delicious. But it was a little steak, and then they had a little this and a little bit of that, and I just laughed. And then the bill came was worth $1,400, and it was funny. And it was funny because, you know, I laughed because when people come to my house, when we sit down, you know, you could eat. You know, Italian people, we eat. We sit down and we eat. You know, but these fancy restaurants, I was in the Caribbean, Sandy, and I was dying for a dish of pasta, you know, I'm in St. Martin's, and I go to this place, and I walk into the place, and I said, you got pasta bolognese? And the guy said, yeah, he said, I heard it's pretty good. Well, anyway, they deliver it to me. And I looked down and I laughed my butt off because it had like flowers around it, and it had it was like a little appetizer. I said, hey, pal, listen to me. I said, if I want a flower arrangement, I'll call FTD. Give me a double portion. Give me a dish of macaroni. I'm Italian. I'm looking to bite into something. You know what I mean? And what happens is it was delicious. But today, these restaurants that are around Las Vegas, and they got these chefs, they're florist designers. You know, they put
but don't forget, Michael. Last night they also had the side dishes were all separate.
Yeah, a la carte. Welcome to Ruth Chris.
We had the potatoes au gratin.
Yeah.
We had the corn, which was, oh my gosh, roasted corn with a little half in it. That was good.
Yeah.
And then, of course, let's see, I think Diana, she had the French fries. They were so good.
But the thing is, Sandy, you're not taking...
And we had asparagus.
Well,
and then we all shared those dishes because, you know, and that salad. Remember, we had the wedge salad, and we split that. And you had the, what'd you have? You had a cup of soup.
Yeah, that's, you know what I mean? And they came in, and they...
What was the soup?
It was the tomato basil.
Oh, yeah, with the little cheese. It was like had a little grilled cheese sandwich in it.
Listen, I'm not knocking... Listen, I think it's wonderful.
Oh,
people want to eat fancy, that's wonderful. But me, when I go to a restaurant, I want to sit down and I want to eat. I like an abundance of stuff to make, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but don't forget, Michael, I mean, what we had was a perfect portion. I mean, and obviously it's a lot different when you're cooking at home, but when you go out to fine dining like that, and that was really a fine dining restaurant, it was really excellent, and the food was wonderful. And the portions, you know, really, it's 6 ounces for each of us. It was amazing.
6 ounces? What a joke.
And,
that's a toothful.
But I understand what you say.
No,
you used to, fill in the platter, manja, you know.
Well, you know, when we open our place up, it's going to be fine dining. And
Are we ever going to open a place up, Michael? I keep hearing about this place.
Well, I'm not paying $4.
Where is it?
I'm not going to pay $4.50 a square foot. You know what I mean? That's the problem today. Here's the problem today. You got these places that are closed down, and let me tell you why they're closed down. Because their rent is $15,000, $20,000 a month, and you got to charge $800 for a dish of spaghetti. You know what kills me? You know, you get these places, make it affordable for people to go in. I can see if you're at Tivoli Gardens, if you're at the Brio, you're inside of a major hotel. You got these places in a strip mall. Do you understand? They're out of their mind asking $250, $275, $3 a square foot. You know what I mean? Your rent will knock your brains out of your head, and then you got your staff, your overhead, double banging the Social Security, and then they wonder why these restaurants close down. How could you get a family of 2 or 4 and give them a bill for $170, $210?
That's right. You know, they can't afford it.
No, they can't. We were 4 people last night. We had 2 drinks. Dr. Perry and Diana split a meal, and we split a meal, and the bill was $220 with a $40 tip. You know what I could have bought at Smith's for $220? I could have put a banquet on the table that would have choked you. You know what I mean? So, but I understand. I'm not saying that. This is Las Vegas. But what I'm saying, Sam, is that these people, we want to get a place, and we're looking for a place, okay? And we're excited to get it. But it's got to be right, because I ain't charging no $28 for a dish of linguine white clam sauce. The average cost $12, $12.95. We went across the street. We went to where the hell was it at? The Italian deli across the Roma's, and I love that guy. We had 3 pizzas and 2 drinks. The bill was a C note, $100. Pizza should be like $14 for like an 18-inch pizza. Okay, $15 if you want to have extra stuff that's in it. I mean, that is actually my view on it. Make it affordable where people will come back more often. That's the reason why McDonald's, Taco Bell, Arby's, Polo Loco, its volume over justifies the gross. You know, get with it, everybody. Knock the price down. Make it affordable for families to come in and let these people eat, for God's sake. I can understand if you're giving lobster, shrimp, and steak. But the average stuff like the chicken and the pork sandwiches, I mean, that's different. You know, make it affordable. I mean, look, that's my opinion. And
yeah, but don't forget, we were in a hotel last night.
And that's right.
And the rent and the leases are a lot higher when you're in a hotel.
I'm with you 100%. Yeah. I'm not questioning it. But what I'm saying to you is that we're going to get a place. David, Alex Yanko, and myself, and Dr. Perry, and my attorneys, and all the people with the scuttle. All right.
With the scarol.
The scuttle. It's got to be. Who's on that phone?
What's a scarol?
Guess who's on the phone?
I don't know.
You're not going to believe it.
Is it Mimi?
I'm sure she's going to plug something. It's Mimi, the pole dancer.
Hi. Hi, Mimi. How are you?
Well, I'm doing pretty well. I was interested in hearing our chef Michael talk about the portions of food, and you know, I being Italian, I do enjoy my food, but I think that we have to have reason. That's why we have so much obesity in this country. People just, I mean, when Vito was alive, he and I would share an entree like you guys did last.
That's right.
Night.
That's right.
You know, because otherwise it's too much. I remember the first time I went back to New York to visit his family. I ate so much I got sick. I threw up. I mean, you know.
I know.
Yeah, and that's, well, so anyway, eat. You must enjoy your food, savor it, but don't overdo it.
No, I agree. You know, Meme, I agree with you. I'm not questioning that. What I'm questioning is give the people their money's worth.
Oh, yeah.
Let them take the food home. I'm not saying you sit down and you're a cavone, where you sit down and you eat all that stuff. I'm just saying give the people, when I had my restaurant, I served family style. This is what I did. Okay? Now, I'm going back 1978. I was right next door to the Camelot Health Spa. It was called Hoagie's New Yorker. Me and this guy went in there. Now, those days, I charged $7.95 per person. Mm-hmm. And this is what I gave you for 2. I gave you a choice of 5 different pastas. I gave you a pound of macaroni. I gave you fusilli, linguine, mostacelli, angel hair, or ziti. Mm-hmm. A pound for 2. Then I gave you 4 meatballs that I split in half that made it 8, 3 pieces of sausage that I split that made it 6 with the garlic bread around it, and kids under 12 ate for free. People came in, the line was around the corner. Let them eat, for God's sake. I made a fortune of money. I didn't lose any money. Now, I'm going back 1978. Things are different today. But what I'm saying is that when these people open up restaurants, and everybody that's listening in today could attest to this, as fast as they open up, that's as fast as they close, because you're looking at $20,000, $18,000 a month.
And that's true. That's true. You know, and when you're talking about going into a local neighborhood and trying to do this, of course, you know, there are a lot of restaurants that are doing this, and it's amazing. It started with. I remember it was like when they started building more restaurants and things out near on the west side of town.
Right.
And then further into Summerlin, which you know, started whatever they started calling Summerlin, you know, past Rampart and stuff. But once they started putting in more restaurants back there, at first these restaurants came in and they had reasonable prices. Roy's was a perfect example. I loved Roy's.
Yeah.
Okay, but it came in and it had really reasonable prices. The drinks were reasonable. You had Fleming's, you know, that was, and then you had Carrabba's. Now, Carrabba's is really, really affordable, you know, for families. And so the families could go there and have an affordable meal. And their drinks were affordable. Same thing with Roy's and then with Fleming's. But Fleming's was the most expensive one because that was more like a fine dining kind of establishment. But then pretty soon, after a couple years, the drinks at Roy's got to be expensive and the drinks at Carrabba's got to be expensive. So instead of spending $6 for a glass of wine that's like this, you know, filled almost full, you would get a glass like this, but the pour would be something like, you know, an inch pour. And it's like, I remember the first time that happened, you know, I was having dinner and we got the wine and it was like an inch pour in this glass. And I just looked at them. It's like, what happened here? And they charged, $14 or $15 for that 1 inch pour. Now that's a little ridiculous. When it used to be $6 and they'd give you a full glass, you know, and you know that the restaurants pay what, 2 cents for that, you know, for that pour of wine.
Let me say this. Okay?
So it just gets a little out of control.
I agree with you.
Let me say this.
And I think that's why they closed.
When we have our functions, we charge $35, open bar.
Well,
wait a minute.
Yeah, but we really do not charge enough for what we're doing. You're right.
Okay, I understand.
We really don't.
They got these other things out there, the Italian American Club. You go down there, they got these acts. These are lounge acts, okay? $20 per person to get in.
Just for the act. Just
to see the act that you can see for free in any place because they're always doing open mic. And then you got to sit down. You got to buy the booze, buy the food.
Separately.
It's costing me $300 to see a couple people perform at the Tap House and a million these other joints that are around Las Vegas. It kills me.
For free.
For free. It absolutely kills me. You know, you go down to the Smith Center and you spend big money to go see some people down there, and the same people that are singing at the Smith Center, you can catch them every Monday for free at the bootlegger.
And you know, it is sad, but that is part of the nature of what's going on in this town right now, and we've talked about it. But I have to say, I'm glad to see that now these kids are getting paid for what they're doing because, you know, they are performing. And, you know, instead of giving a restaurant or someplace, you know, free entertainment, you know, because this started a long time ago. It started out in L.A. first. I remember when it used to be a pay-to-play situation, and we didn't have that here. You know, people went to, you know, they worked in the lounges. They worked, they got paid a salary in the lounges, in the showrooms, and they were working. And even in the bars, they were getting paid a salary. And in Los Angeles, they had these bands coming in, and it became this pay-to-play thing where all of a sudden a place that had original music, you know, was having these bands come in, and the bands actually had to pay to play at the establishment, and that was unheard of at that time. And that was back in, I think, the 90s.
Yeah, 1904.
And then now we're doing floor walling and all that stuff. So anyway,
the main thing is this.
It has changed.
It has changed. The main thing is this. when we open, if God's grace, and I always say if God blesses us to find
if it's meant to be.
If it's meant to be. Watch what I do, watch what happens, and watch these people around town start shutting their doors. Or they're going to turn around and they're going to follow my lead, because like if Monday, it ain't going to be 7 nights of me and Sandy. I'm going to have Monday night to be the best of jazz. I'll bring Jimmy Melodor in. I got some people like the Jazz Society. Bring the best of the best in with a sit-down dinner to go with it.
That's right.
Okay, but Tuesday night the best of bluegrass. Wednesday night the best of comedy. I mean, really give the audience, because people there in Las Vegas, like us, we go out and go see people maybe one night a week, maybe 2 nights a week. We're not going to support one act 7 nights a week. It ain't going to happen.
Well, you can't do that. I don't think. A lot of people can't do that.
No.
Anyway,
That's true.
Mimi,
That's true,
hold on just a second, okay? Hold on there, because I want to ask you a couple things about what you guys are doing with the Jazz Society. Okay, if you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. And Chef Michael, I hope we're going to get a recipe. Actually, you were over at Smith's this weekend giving out recipes on Sunday, so hopefully we'll get some more.
Yeah,
we'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, they better watch out. Santa Claus is going to bring me a spoon.
Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed.
Kastel and Friends. The phone lines are open at 702-731-1230. Now, here again, Sandy Kastel.
Kastel. Oh, I love John Lindquist's voice, don't you, Michael?
John, I don't like John at all.
Oh, but you love his voice and his hair.
Not really.
Anyway, Mimi, so tell us what the Vegas Jazz is doing right now.
Well, we're really kind of, we've holidayed out for a little bit. We'll have a membership meeting and a post-holiday party the end of January. But tomorrow there's going to be a Vincent Herring is coming in from L.A., or no, excuse me, from New York to do the Scullery tomorrow night. Have you been to the Scullery yet?
The Scullery?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. You guys just sent that out this morning. I got that.
Yeah, that's a very interesting. It reminds me of a New York or Chicago kind of place.
So where is the Scullery?
It's downtown. It's on Ogden and Las Vegas Boulevard.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right across the street from El Cortez. If you could, run over there and see our Peter Pavone and then go over.
And what time is that?
It's going to be at 7:30 tomorrow night.
7:30 tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And that's at the Scullery downtown.
Yeah. So he's the Vincent Herring. He plays the alto sax. He's supposed to be terrific. So I'm looking forward to it. Somebody from out of town. But anyway, we've got plenty of talent in town too. So
yeah, we do, Mimi. And that's the nice thing about Las Vegas. We do have so much talent, and like Michael says, I mean, I know he's passionate about this. He's passionate about making sure that the talent that is here is appreciated, and paid, to perform, because and last night we saw a great event, over at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, and that was honoring all of those. Let's see, do I have that list here? This is the Monday's Dark with Mark Shunock. I'm probably saying his name wrong. Shunock. Do you know how to say it? Spanish pronounced? Shunock? That's it. Shunock. I couldn't remember. But, they are going to be honoring a whole new set of charities and nonprofits this coming year. And what they did last night was, this big event that celebrated all these charities that have already been honored throughout this year. And this is their third year coming into it.
$50 a ticket. There was no dinner, no open bar.
Yeah, but that was the VIP tickets, and that got us up in the front section. And the regular seats were $20, so that was very reasonable. And then they also had this huge auction where people could, could auction on their computers. There was a special website that they would go to and auction, bid for what they wanted to win. And then they also had a car that they were, they had to pay $50 or $100 for the tickets to
$100 a ticket,
get a chance to. Well, then they did a 2. Then they did a 2-for-1.
Good. Well, anyway, a special thanks to our very special friends.
Yes, and the Jazz Society, Vegas Jazz.
Well, beside
we appreciate
Vegas,
them.
Yes, beside Vegas Jazz is Gigi.
Gigi Ullman.
Gigi Ullman. She always donates. She donated a beautiful picture of Luciano Pavarotti, Jose
The Three
Carrera,
Tenors,
The
yes.
Three Tenors. It was like 400.
By Leroy Neiman.
400 feet long.
Oh, wow.
It was $7,500.
It's a beautiful
And Dr. Perry
serigraph.
and Dr. Perry bid on
Original.
it and got the
wow.
thing, which was
Of
nice.
Leroy Neiman's work.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And Dr. Perry's forever buying stuff. You know, I want to.
We also have another caller, Michael.
Can't mention. I was going to say somebody. Guys, keep quiet. Go ahead.
Hi, Robert.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing? We've got Mimi from the Vegas Jazz Society on the other line with you.
Oh, wonderful. You know, the reason why I called, I noticed years and years ago in Las Vegas, you used to get a dinner at a show, and everything was so reasonable. But the reason why I called, I was just listening about Chef Michaels talking about prices. You know, the Hard Rock Cafe on the corner there, that small little place. Just for the heck of it, I walked in there, and I wanted to pick up the menu to see how their prices compared to the hotel.
Right.
I got to tell you, and I would never do it. Even if I was a millionaire today, I would not do it. I looked at the price of the hamburger. They wanted $15 for a hamburger, and I got to tell you something. Near where I live, at the Silver Seven, you can get a monster burger for $6.99. You could eat almost 3 times for the price of one.
Oh, I'm surprised. I didn't know they had gone up that high. Yeah, it used to be. You're right. It used to be $6. Yeah, over there. Yeah, even $6 for a burger. But when it's really, really good, and it's a half a pound or 3/4 of a pound.
I guess it all depends on the quality and how big it is. But
Right.
I can't see paying $15 for just one hamburger.
Well, you're paying for the ambiance. Yes, Mimi or Michael.
Do you remember the Jolly Trolley?
Jolly.
Yeah.
Remember the size of those hamburgers at the Jolly Trolley years ago across the street from Foxy's?
Yeah.
They were humongous. That was their gimmick to get people into that place. And I think
I miss that place so much.
unbelievable. And Mimi used to go there all the time and eat 2-3 hamburgers.
I love it.
And then she gave up on it. Well, you know something? You know who's coming to town? Believe it or not, I got a message from David DaCosta.
Yeah, I heard he's back. He's back with Uli Geisendorfer.
Right, January 9th.
Yeah.
Live jazz at the dispensary.
Yeah.
And that's where Sandy and I, I never forget, that's when I not Sandy, but we
No,
met.
it's not where you met. You met on the TV, on the radio
Went
show.
on the
But that's
radio
where
show.
I took you.
You took me at the
to
radio
the dispensary
show.
to see Uli Geisendorfer
Right.
and the jazz people, the jazz guys over there.
And Sandy
And Wendy
and
Kirianis.
Sandy reached over and grabbed my hand.
Uh-oh.
And I said,
He's
no.
telling secrets now.
I said, this girl doesn't lie. I'm an old man. What the hell does she want with a guy like me? And I didn't realize I had my wallet out. And that's when...
Yeah, right. There were moths flying out, too. Anyway, so Robert...
Yes.
Robert, thank you so much for calling in and sharing that about the Hard Rock Cafe. I didn't realize that.
When Chef Michaels opens up his restaurant, I would be an excellent greeter and an excellent worker, and I would be perfect to boost up the business for him whenever he's ready. I'll be ready.
Well,
All
that
right,
sounds
great.
great, Bob. But I'm one of the first person in line is going to be Mimi because we're going to put pole dancing in it for seniors.
Well, I'd expect that. I would expect
Mimi,
She's
why do you let him get away with that?
Smack him for me.
Well, you know what, Mimi? It's because you're in such great shape, and you
right.
are a perfect example for staying fit and fabulous forever, which is one of our programs that we do on our TV show. That if you were tuning in this weekend, you would have seen you would have seen Angela Moyo and some of the students from the Backstage Dance Studio over there. They were talking about how dancing has helped them stay fit and fabulous, and also yoga with Sherry Goldstein. Over at the Yoga Sanctuary, and I know that you take care of yourself and you care about how you look, and that's why Michael gets away with teasing you about it because you look so great.
Mimi, you always remind me of Julia Prowse.
Yeah, Juliet.
Oh, yeah, well,
That's who you remind me of. You always looked like and resembled for me. You always
That's
had
true.
that statue of Julia Prowse, and I went to see
I
her.
remember years ago when she was playing here, and we had come in from California to go to the show, and someone mistook me for her walking through the hall. And said,
See?
no, I'm not Julia. I'm Mimi, her sister.
There you go.
Sinatra was crazy about her, but he wanted her to give up show business.
Yeah.
And she said, "No, I'm not going to do it," and never made it. But he was really crazy.
Typical
about her.
male.
Well, yeah, especially the Italian males, darling. I mean, they have to be in control, you know that?
Well, yeah, it's just a guy thing.
No, I'm not.
They want y'all to yourself.
Sandy's in control. I have no problem with Sandy being in control. Stay the hell out of the kitchen,
What are you
Sandy.
talking about? Yeah, I get in the kitchen. I try to fix a meal, and the minute I start trying to prepare something, Michael comes over and he goes, how are you going to do that? Are you going to do that like that? Well, I would do it like this. And I'm going, you know what? All right, I'm out of here.
I learned to keep my mouth shut. You know what I'm trying to
You
say?
did? When?
Yeah, I don't do it because
When have you learned?
I watched Sandy make the food. I said, "No, you're doing a good job, honey." I'm saying to myself, "What the frig is she doing?" But Sandy did.
There's not only one way to cook a goose, you know. Anyway, thank you, Mimi, so much for being part of us and for calling in. We appreciate it.
Okay, sweetheart. You take good care.
And thank you for sharing about Vincent Herring tomorrow night at the Scullery downtown, and that's at 7:30 p.m. So check it out.
Yeah, it's small, intimate, but fun.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mimi. She was so
guys,
sweet.
Talk to you soon.
Okay. Hey, Robert, we got some pictures back from Sunday's event over at the Smiths and Food and Drug. And
how did they come out?
You're in there.
You look great.
You're in there,
you look like Brad Pitt.
Well,
so, yeah.
At least I didn't lose my good looks yet, Chef Michael.
There you go. There you go. And John Stiles is going to be posting those pictures up on Facebook soon, hopefully this afternoon, if he hasn't already done it. I know John Stiles he's working a new job. He said, you know what? I'm sorry, guys, but I got offered a job I can't refuse.
No, we're happy for him.
An offer he couldn't refuse.
We're happy
and
for
he's
him.
working out in Henderson on a big building project, I think.
And I think that's great.
Yeah. So congratulations to John Stiles. But he still said he's going to post up our photos and the videos that Ryan here is taking of us.
Ryan's doing a great job.
Hi, Ryan. You're doing a great job.
Ryan's doing a good job. He's a good kid. He came to the party. He said, "Oh my God!" He said, "Those sausage and peppers was delicious." And I got to tell you, but today's Sandy's birthday, and I woke up this morning and I sang "Happy Birthday to you."
That's right.
Happy birthday.
And
She
he
said,
did.
"Mike, it's too early." I said, "How do you like that?"
No, I got a lot of birthday wishes on my iPhone this morning. A lot of texts. I got some calls. In fact, I got a call from Steve Dariano the other day. Steve Dariano,
Who the hell's that?
He's listening today. Hi, Steve. How you doing?
Hi, buddy.
I just want to thank you. You actually were the first one to call and sing "Happy Birthday" to me. And I called him back and I said, "Thank you so much, Steve." He's one of our listeners. You know, you know Steve.
Yeah, I know
You'd
Steve.
hear his voice. You know.
I love Steve.
And he came to the house. Remember, and ate all our food.
Oh, that guy. How could I forget him?
But he called and he sang "Happy Birthday" for me, and I got to tell you, my mom, rest her soul, is not with us anymore, but she used to always, every single birthday, call us all up and sing
Happy birthday to you. Your mother.
Happy birthday to you.
Your sister.
Happy birthday, dear Sandy. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah,
and many more.
Yeah.
So thank you, Steve Dariano. And thank you, Robert, for being part of our Smiths event on Sunday afternoon. And we look forward to having you help us out on other events. Thank you so much for being part of our...
I wrote a little poem of a birthday song I like to sing.
You did?
All
Okay.
Right. Come on, hurry up.
All right.
Do it.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And Kastel is so beautiful. From Robert to you.
Oh, thank you, Robert. That was
Robert.
so
That
sweet.
was
Thank
great,
you
buddy.
so
All right,
much.
I know you guys have other callers exciting to call in, and I'll see you soon.
Thank
Okay,
you, buddy.
thanks.
Bye-bye, sweetie.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You know, yesterday... Go ahead, Sam.
If you're just tuning in now, you're listening to
Another
Sandy
commercial.
Kastel and Friends Variety Show. Well, we have to do commercials, Michael, because we have so many sponsors, and they're listening, and they want to know. Anyway, we'll be right back after a message from our sponsors.
I'll
Bye.
wait up for you, dear Santa baby. So hurry down the chimney tonight.
Way to start your day. This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. I've got a text here from Daryl and Davidian. It says, "Happy birthday, Sandy, and many, many more, and wish you a wonderful day full of love, happiness, and lots of fun. I miss you and love you, Daryl, happy birthday." You know, Daryl and Davidian was the person who brought me to KLAV, and this is before Lotus Broadcasting was here. I was actually at a mixer event, and we met, and we were talking, and she said, "Would you like to do a radio show?" And I said, "Yes, I would." So here I am. Thank you so much, Darylyn, for all your help and support throughout the last 3 years that we've been associated with KLAV. Thank you so much. Anyway, I was looking up some different birthdays that were today, and I know, Diane, if you're listening, Diane Fox, could give me a call. I know we've got a lot of different people who have birthdays through this month, and some of the actresses that are actually born today, December 16th, are actress Liv Ullmann, who's 76 now, writer-producer Stephen Bochco, who's 71, guitarist Tony Hicks of the Hollies, 69, singer Benny Anderson of ABBA, he's 68, actor Ben Cross, 67, singer, guitarist Billy Gibbons of ZZ Top, he's 65. Excuse me. Actress Alison LaPlaca, I think that's how you say it, The John Larroquette Show, 55. Actor Sam Robards, he's 53. Actor John Tenney, 53. Actor Benjamin Bratt is 51. Country singer Jeff Carson, 51. Singer Michael McCary of Boyz II Men, 43. Actress Zoe Zarman, The Mindy Project, she's just 32. Actress Amanda Setton, The Mindy Project, Gossip Girl, she's 29. Bassist Dave Rublin of American Authors, 28. And actress Anna Popplewell, The Chronicles of Narnia film. She's 26. So these are just a few of the celebrity birthdays that are today, December 16th. And Diane Fox is going to be posting those. But also, she's going to be posting some of the other people that are having their birthdays this week and this month on our Facebook page. So go to our Facebook page, Sandy Kastel and Friends, and check it out. All the birthdays for the Sagittarians.
Last night was a very trying time for me. I got a call from people, and they were so happy that we're on the air. And it's hard because, like I said, we're here every day. And it's hard to be funny, hard to be, and people, we like to get as many people as we can to come in to give them an opportunity to be heard, singers, dancers, performers, authors, and you never know what the vicissitudes of life hold. Today you're here, tomorrow you're gone. Just like friendship, you know what I mean? You got a friend today, and then tomorrow you never hear from these people. And it's just the way life is, But today's a special day because we're getting close to the holidays.
Well, we are in the holidays.
Well, we're getting close.
As a matter of fact, today is the first lighting of the first candle.
Menorah.
Yes, on the menorah for Hanukkah.
For Hanukkah, that's wonderful. And it's nice because when you think about it, San, most people that have problems, it stems from childhood. And when you have a great childhood, just like the birthday, from everybody that has a birthday, people, even though as old as you are, people make a big deal out of it. Oh, it's your birthday today. You know what I mean?
Some people don't want to remember their birthdays. I'm like, yeah, but I want to remember it because that means I'm still here.
Yesterday, me and Sandy went to Denny's because I like their chicken fried steak. So we're sitting down, and Frank Braglia, who to me is the greatest businessman I've ever met, taught me something. And he said, Mike, when you see people, just pick up their tab, don't say nothing. So there was an old couple, there was a Chinese couple, weren't they Oriental or Chinese? They were sitting next to me, and they had to be in their 70s, and it was so funny because they never said one word to each other. They just sat there. And I said, oh, that'll be us. I said, God forbid. So they sat down.
I don't think that'll ever be us because neither one of us will shut up.
So anyway, they didn't say a word. They ate their whole meal, never said a word. So I got the waitress. I said, do me a favor, honey. I said, give me their bill, but please don't tell them I paid for it.
Well, I know, Michael, you were probably going to start saying something else.
No, I know, but it's okay. No problem.
We also have some friends of ours who are in the hospital right now, and my stepmom Joanne Kastel is in the hospital, and we wish our family, all of our family, the support and prayers for Joanne. She's getting better,
good.
And that's good to see. But we had her daughters came in to town. My sister came in, and my dad's been there with her, every day. And we've also got another dear friend of Michael's who's in the hospital right now. We want to send his family out some prayers and wishes, and because I know that he's been a dear friend of Michael's for almost 40 or 50 years.
30 years. And unfortunately, we went to the hospital last night, and it was hard for me to say goodbye. And so, and especially, this time of year is always tough. A lot
A lot of people, all through the year, we have people that are in and out of the hospital, family members, something happens. There, our friend Paula Thompson, her daughter, is doing some work on some homes, and she fell off a ladder yesterday. She ended up in the hospital last night. She got 19 stitches, and we're wishing her, to get better. Things happen, and sometimes accidents happen, and we end up in the hospital, and then. But we have to keep our faith and keep keep them in our hearts and prayers. And I'm sure there's a lot of people across the country, across the world, around the world, that are not feeling too good right now, and our families are there to support them. And so we send everybody wishes for the holidays, but also wishes and prayers for their family.
But here's my thought. Okay, here's my thought, which is important, because what I'm going to say right now, everybody, it's going to hit home. All right, and you know how Chef Mike is. I don't pull no punches. There was, this friend of mine. He's on life support, and the daughter,
she's struggling,
and what you need to do, folks. It's like when somebody dies, you go see them. You didn't bother with them for 20 years. You want to pay your respects. You want to pay your respects to somebody, pay it when they're alive. There was a girl that I knew, Debbie Musso, very special lady. There was a very, very good friend of mine. And she didn't talk to her father for years. And she never talked to him, and she didn't want to talk to him. And I would say, Deb, it's your father. You know what I mean? And I knew the old man before I knew her. And she just, for some reason, just never cared for the guy.
Well,
but
sometimes
what happened
people
was,
have falling outs.
All right.
Fallings out. Yes, and and it is sad because family is important. And what?
Nothing.
I can't say anything?
No, nothing.
What?
I'm just listening.
Go ahead.
Nope.
I'll just sit back.
Nope.
Just chiming in, Michael, like you do.
No, I'm saying, and the reason why what I'm saying to you is that, but when her father died, I was there with her. And he got in a coma, and she screamed and yelled and take me to the hospital. But the guy was in a coma. He didn't know what the hell was going on, and she was asking, "Please forgive me, Dad. Please forgive me." So ladies and gentlemen. The nature, I don't want to get solemn or any of that BS, because that's not what the show's about. It's the holidays. If you love somebody, pick up a phone. I mean, what the hell did they do that you don't want to talk to them over Christmas or eat? I'm trying to say to you, what did I can say it was something real bad, but it's hard, and then what happens is you get a tragedy, you get a phone call, and then you run to the hospital. Or you run to the funeral parlor. It don't make no sense. So pick up a phone. Say hello. What more could I say? I mean, I wish I had people that I knew that I didn't talk to that are dead now, that I could pick up the phone. And my friend Jack Turner, I got mad at him over something stupid, and for 20 years I didn't talk to him. He died. I wish I could say, Jack, I'm sorry. I just want you to know I love you. Too late, Mike. You know what I mean? My ignorance and my stupidity and my Italian guinea temper kept it in. So that's why I'm saying to you, where today I look at people with my heart instead of my eyes. So what you do is forgive those people, pick up the phone, say hello, and let it go by. If they still want to continue to be ignorant and they don't want to talk to you, that's fine. That's on them. At least you tried. So if you've got a mother you don't talk to that's in New York, or a grandfather that maybe he didn't give you any money, or I don't know what the hell it is, pick up a phone and say, listen, Merry Christmas. That go drop dead, you rat bastard. They might say on the other line. That's okay. That's okay.
You know what, Michael? My mother, she used to always, look, if families have squabbles, that's life. What happened to our music? Families had squabbles,
right.
But the good thing is that, like my mom always said, she said, look, we love you. We love you.
Right.
We love you. You may not like what somebody does, but you can love them. And obviously, we've been taught that throughout all of our studies. Whatever your beliefs is, whatever your religion is, the thing of it is forgiveness. Overlooking the things that people do in our lives to us, because sometimes they may be just having a bad day. Sometimes they're going through a rough time. So the other thing is you can just You don't have to always talk to them. You can just forgive them.
Right.
And love them for who they are and be understanding and then wish them the best.
You know, we went
Let
to
them go.
Smith's, Sandy and I, Sunday, and it was such a great success. And I sold so much pork, roast pork shoulder, and steak, and I'm in the back, and I'm telling people, how do you make that? Do you have a problem making that? And it was amazing. You know what I mean? It was called customer service. It's just that one-on-one where you could sit down, and the guy said, you know, I've been struggling with this thing here. I know every time I make a prime rib for the holidays, it's lousy. And I said, this is what you need to do. This is what you have to do. You know, and I had so much fun. Smith Food and Drug did not pay me and Sandy to do that. My company didn't pay me to be there. We wanted to be there
To do it for Smiths.
to do it for Smiths and
That's
to
right.
do it for the customer to say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. We gave away $25 every half hour. You know, Vons didn't do it. Albertsons didn't do it. You know what they do? It's a price war. You get a newspaper. My lemons are cheaper than your lemons. My milk is cheaper than your milk. My
Well,
meat
they may
is...
have their own promotionals.
And that's
Michael.
okay, but
Yeah.
again, it gets away from the customer service. People today,
That's
Sandy,
right. It's so important.
Customer service.
That's right. It's very important.
Peter Anthony, the hairstylist. If anybody
Peter
wants to-
Anthony Wynn.
you want to get your hair done, you got to see what this kid
Urban
does.
Revolution.
This guy really cares about you. I'm in a line with this guy, and he's looking at this woman. He gives her a credit. He said, listen, lady, you need some help. I won't even charge you. You know
Was
who's
that
like
me?
You know who's like that? Alex Yanko.
Oh, yeah.
He'll get up. You think I'm BSing you? Pick up a phone and call him and say, look, Al, I got a problem here. Come on down. Here's a man who's a multi-million-dollar builder. That man will get in his truck.
Developer.
He will go over across town
That's right.
to give you an estimate to even help you. And you wouldn't believe the stuff that this guy does for other people and says, how much I owe you. Don't worry about it. See, God will bless a guy like that. Where other people come down to look at our washer, they give me a $150 bill to look at it.
To tell us it's broke.
That it's broke and you need another one. I don't need you to give me your $150 to tell me I need to buy another, a dishwasher or whatever. But there's only a handful of people. Lou at the Tuscany, one of our sponsors.
Lou, Jerry, and Mike over there at the Tuscany
guy kisses
Grill.
you when you walk in
That's
the
right.
friggin' door. He don't know what to do for you. The food is phenomenal. The portions are great. The drinks are $6. How the hell could you get hurt? I mean, I'm being serious with you. Hair razors. Dumb people. $6 a haircut. $10 a haircut. How do you get hurt with people like that? So this is why Sandy and I, and let me tell you something. They want to advertise, fine. You don't want to, I don't care. It don't make no difference to me because we're successful. Our radio show, we're a television show. We're going to shoot it at King TV. This Thursday, we're doing the Christmas special. I'm going to make a Frutti di Mare. What a fun night that's going to be. It's going to be great. And I'm so happy that Sandy and I merged with this place. And we're going nationwide television. You know what I mean? I think it'll be great. You know why? You want real television? You want reality? Watch us. You know why? Because
My
we're
phone is
positive
ringing off
reality.
the hook,
Who's
Michael.
that, honey?
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, look who it is.
Vince Presto.
Not Vince.
Happy birthday from the On Pit Road Racing
Oh,
ladies.
wow.
Thank you,
Thank
ladies.
you. Yeah.
You know, it's so fun. I was on their show and we had a blast.
Not
we
a
had
blast.
a blast, yeah. You know, Diane Fox is going to be posting a lot of the birthdays that are coming up every week. All the people that are, the famous people that are celebrating their birthdays. And I've got Scott Polera on the phone. He just called. Hi, Scott. I got to call you after the show.
Scott
Anyway, if you're just
Polera.
tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy
Another
Kastel and
commercial?
Friends Variety
Oh,
Show
my God.
with Chef Michael. And maybe we can pull a recipe out of this guy. All right, we'll be right back.
Santa baby, a 57 Chevy light blue will do. I'll wait up for you.
Recipes, more fun. This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. You know, I just wanted to mention a couple of these charities that are going to be recognized by Monday's Dark over at the Hard Rock Hotel every single month coming up next year. We've got the Gay and Lesbian Community Center of Southern Nevada, the Blind Center of Nevada, the Dress for Success, Olive Crest, Keep Memory Alive, Orion Cancer Foundation, United Way, 3 Square Food Bank, Las Vegas Labrador Rescue, Project 150, Hope and Southern Nevada. Oh, Hope Home Aid, Southern Nevada. And then, of course, in December, they'll have their second annual anniversary bash. So actually, this year was their first full year. They had 13 charities that they had helped out. And I don't have that list in front of me. But I'm sure Diane will pull it up and make sure that it gets posted on our Facebook page today. So, in closing, Michael, I know as the show comes to a close every hour, every day, it's amazing how quickly an hour flies by. But I would like to hear, you gave out so many recipes on Sunday. And as you said, how many pork shoulders, or what was that you sold?
Shoulder pork.
Shoulder porks that he helped sell at Smith's Food and Drug the other day. And what else was it that you said you helped sell? Some kind of shellfish?
The roast beef and the steak and the fish. And
And Mike the butcher called and he said, Michael, guess what? Our sales went up 40% on Sunday. 40%. Just because Chef Michael and I were there. And also Star International was giving away free show tickets.
Right.
So stay tuned, folks, and we'll let you know when we're going to do it again because it was absolutely amazing. It was so much fun.
Okay.
And of course, Robert was out there to help us, and Anita was there to help us. And also, Shiny Mohawk David, Jason were there, and Karen were there to help us. So it was a wonderful event.
Here's my recipe.
For what? A shoulder?
Chicken Romano.
Chicken Romano, that's not a pork shoulder.
This is my
Shoulder
favorite
pork?
dish.
Pork
You
shoulder?
get yourself your oil, get
Chicken
yourself your
Romano.
chicken. You get your chicken,
Okay.
get your chicken, you dip it in flour.
Deep it?
Yeah, you deep it, not dip it.
You deep it.
You deep it. I call
You
it deep it.
Is that dipping it really deeply into the fat?
Yeah, you dip it in flour.
In the flour.
And then what you do is you fry it with a lid. You got to put the lid, ladies and gentlemen, so the steam cooks it straight through. Then you uncover it. And then once you uncover it, okay, then and you know the chicken's done, it gets crispy. You dump out the grease in a pan. Then you add butter, salt, pepper, parsley, sherry wine, and chicken stock. Ladies and gentlemen, no garlic. You never tasted a dish like this in your life.
Oh, my gosh.
It is called Chicken Romano. It's my favorite dish. Now, remember, you got to cook the chicken with a lid. And then get a fork. You stab the leg, you stab the breast, and you press down. If red comes out, that means it's not done. But the minute people don't know, honey.
Yeah.
Once you press down and white comes out, that means the chicken's moist. You let the chicken get crispy. You dump out. You put the lid so the chicken don't fall out of the grease, and you throw the grease out. And now you have just the grease in a pan, a hot pan. You add your butter, salt, pepper, parsley.
Okay.
Sherry wine, chicken stock. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a chicken Romano dish. I can tell you something, Sam. I haven't made that in a long time. I got to make it. I think I'm going to make it for Christmas Eve.
That sounds good. You know what? I just want to send a shout out to everybody who's been wishing me a happy birthday today, and everybody who is at our birthday celebration, along with our big WEMA event, our big annual, that was our third annual holiday special for WEMA at the house on Saturday. And Karen Rice and Shiny Mohawk, they just wished me a happy birthday. Suzanne from the Las Vegas Follies, Truffles and Bacon Cafe, Diane Fox, Vince Presto, Rob Hattrick, Daryl and Davidian, Eloise Strebel, Robin Covey, George Polero, Peter Anthony Wynn, Alex Yanko, Anita, Paula Thompson, Dolly Coulter, Robert Gordy Jr., Diane Williams, Perry and Dr. Perry, Dr. Diana Pascal, Terry Ritter, Richard Saperstein, let's see who else. Charlotte Spencer, CC, Charlotte Spencer, David Taylor, Betsy Ann, Vernell Brown, Michael Leonetti, Gigi Ullman, Kim, Neil Colmenares, Evan Davis, Peter Pavone, Susan Solier, T. Fox, Trish, Mark Thompson, Pirko, and Jolie, Kim and Gary Valens, Ben Williams, Tonda Tajan, Cole Strebel,
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you for listening. We will see you tomorrow because Sandy's going to read on for another 1,400 hours.
Thank you so much, everybody, for your birthday wishes. And tune in this afternoon on our YouTube site, and you'll see us up there. And also tomorrow morning here on KLAV Lotus Broadcasting. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Just slip a sable under.